Welcome to another episode of Alan's Collection. I'm very pleased to present to you a member of possibly one of my favorite Power Rangers team, the Space Patrol Delta. And this is Elizabeth Z Delgado, the SPD Yellow Ranger. So you know what time it is. SPD Emergency! Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection SPD Yellow Ranger. Let's begin. Okay guys, here we have the outer box for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection SPD Yellow Ranger. And let's check out first the front of the box. As you can see, on the top we have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection logo. And the black parts are in spot varnish. On the upper left corner, we have a portrait of the Yellow Ranger, also in spot varnish. And on the center of the front of the box, we have a full body picture of SPD Yellow Ranger with her weapon pointing at an enemy. And below we have the logo of Hasbro and the SPD Yellow Ranger letters. And of course, this is the sealed plastic-free package. Now let's check the side of the box. We have a picture of the Yellow Ranger. It's the same one that we saw on the upper left corner on the portrait. Now let's check the back of the box, guys. We have an unmasked full body render of Elizabeth Z Delgado. The body and accessories are in spot varnish. And then we have the same picture that we have on the front. And of course below we have the legal information. Now let's check the other side of the box. We have the SPD Yellow Ranger in bright yellow. And of course the face on the bottom. And that's it for the outer box, guys. Let's look at the inner packaging in one moment. Okay guys, this is the inner packaging. No blister pack. Because it's a plastic-free packaging from Hasbro. And it's a pretty decent foldable cardboard half box with a nice black printing on the inside. To the left we have what I believe to be the figure itself. To the right we have the accessories. And also here we have a paper with some warnings and legal information. And of course we have here a printed tissue paper with a thunderbolt motif. Can't wait to get them out, guys, and open this tissue paper. Okay guys, it's time to see what we have inside the tissue paper bags. And let's start with the smaller one. And of course this smaller one is full of accessories. Now, the moment of truth. It's time to see what's inside the larger tissue paper bag. And here we have her. It is Elizabeth Z Delgado, guys. Very, very happy. It's time to review the vanilla pose, guys. Now let's check out the vanilla pose, guys, for Elizabeth Z Delgado, the SPD Yellow Ranger. And as you can see, what catches my eye is the bright yellow color in most of her uniform. I also like the white and black number 4 that she has on her right upper torso. Of course, every SPD Ranger has a number on their suit. This SPD Yellow Ranger has number 4, as you can see. I do not like very much the silver belt. I remember from the actual SPD Yellow Ranger suit, the belt had some parts in black, not just plain silver. You can barely see the SPD letters in the belt. We have the logo SPD on the left upper torso, as you can see here. And we also have another logo of the SPD Power Rangers on the right arm, guys. Checking out the head sculpt. I very much like how they have sculpted the hair. I think the hair stands out in this figure. I don't think the hair makes up for the face. I don't think she looks very much like the real Elizabeth Z Delgado. I think they could have improved or made a better effort on how it looks. But anyways, it's nicely sculpted. It just doesn't look like Elizabeth Z Delgado, guys. Now, let's check out the articulation. Okay guys, it's time to check the articulation for SPD Yellow Ranger. And let's start with the head sculpt. As you can see, barely moves down. You cannot move the head backwards that much, just a little bit backwards. Her hair is also stopping the articulation. But you can move the head to the left very nicely, and to the right quite nicely as well. And you can also tilt the head to the left and tilt the head to the right. And that's it for the head articulation, guys. Now let's check out the torso articulation. As you can see here, we have a cut in the torso. However, there's no much movement there. You can barely move the upper torso forward, and you can barely move the upper torso backwards. However, you can move the torso to the left almost all the way, and you can move the torso to the right. And you can tilt the torso left, and you can tilt the torso right, as you can see here. Now let's check out the arm articulation. You can move the arm forward, you can move the arm backwards, and you can move the arm out. We don't have a bicep cut here, so we'll go straight to the elbow articulation. We have a single jointed elbow, and you can flex the elbow like this. We have hand articulation here. You can move the hand a little bit up and down again. And of course you can rotate the wrist like this. Now let's check out the leg articulation. You can move the leg forward, move the leg backwards, and you can also move the leg out. And we do have a thigh cut here. You can rotate the thigh completely. And we do get a double jointed knee articulation, guys. So you can bend the knee all the way like this. Very, very cool. And of course we have a shin cut here. You can rotate the shin completely. And finally we get foot articulation. You can move the foot down like that. You can move the foot a little bit up. Now, let's check out the accessories, guys. Okay guys, here we have the accessories for Elizabeth Z Delgado, the SPD Yellow Ranger. And of course, here we have the lightning effect. Very nicely sculpted. Looks translucent. Very cool lightning effect, guys. Next, we have Elizabeth Z Delgado's helmet, the SPD Yellow helmet, guys. Also very bright yellow color. Of course, the black painted parts are really cool. Also the sides are painted in red and gray. Nicely sculpted helmet, guys. Next we have the interchangeable hands. And these are posing hands for you to pose your SPD Yellow Ranger in a very cool action pose. Next, we have the morpher, which is upside down because the red light should be on the other side, guys. But otherwise, it's nicely painted. The letters SPD are there. It's just upside down. Next, we have the extended baton. Very nicely painted and sculpted extended baton. Next, we have the regular baton. Also nicely painted in yellow and gray. Very cool. And next to it we have the gun holder that can transform into a gun blaster. You just take the regular baton and you place it on top. This is how you click and place the regular baton into the gun holder. And here you create the blaster, guys, the Power Ranger blaster. Very, very cool. And that's it for the accessories of SPD Yellow Ranger, guys. Very cool. Okay guys, this is the SPD Yellow Ranger Elizabeth Z Delgado, who was a former street thief along with Jack Landors, the Red Ranger. Initially, only Elizabeth Z Delgado took the second chance given by the Space Patrol Delta. Jack did not take that second chance immediately but later joined the SPD. This task force is set up to go against all alien threats in a future where Earth people have welcomed alien forms into Earth. And of course, Elizabeth Z Delgado is a very skillful and dedicated member of the task force. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to leave a comment, subscribe or give a like. And I'll see you next on Alan's Collection.